Thanks for clicking. You're listening to Time In with yours truly, Tommy Crenshaw. With me is always the hot shot, Ricardo Lungus.
Yo, I'm hot to trot. I'm your hot shot. Yo, thank you for the intro, Tommy. Yo, hey. How you doing? How's the world treating you?
The world is great. No reptile stories. I'll leave it at that. Don't bring up anything.
Okay. Didn't you go out of town last week? Didn't you go down to Texas or something like that? Or
Yeah. Went down to Texas. Spent some time in Houston. A couple days in Austin, and saw San Antonio in the Riverwalk. And Riverwalk is a very underrated place. It's a great place to take a stroll, get your mind off the world. You slip into a place. It's kind of like, they got the boats you get on, and they're like they basically look like mini like shopping buggies or something, and you get in them and you take a little stroll down the Riverwalk, and you see the old buildings, the architecture, the fancy hotels and stuff like that. But after a while, your mind starts to wonder. It's like they should do a week where they just take over the place and do speedboats. Like speedboats at the San Antonio Riverwalk. I mean, it's not a wide river, part of it's man-made. It took some time to build it, but you could do like smaller boats, mini boats.
They could do a boat parade or something like that.
No, it needs to be a race. No, race.
What about you could do like canoe races or something like that.
That you could, but you want something faster. You want something with muscle. It's San Antonio, for crying out loud. I mean, that's the Alamo City.
You can get a bigger boat. You can get the little speedster boats, but you don't. I'm saying you don't want something like a cigarette boat or a top fuel boat or something like that.
No, it's too big. It's too big. It's too big for the space. But maybe if you got like what you said, like a canoe or something like that. And what if you made a hybrid with like a speedboat canoe, something like that? Maybe you pay homage.
What about jet ski races or something like that?
Jet skis are for like circus performers.
You gotta have a little bit of fun for the kids, with the jet skis, to do the little tricks and stuff like that,
Yeah, okay, for the kids. I'm talking about for the grown-ups. First, real men want to watch a good sports outing. You go to the Riverwalk. You have people crowded. They go like Le Mans, like the races in like Monaco and stuff with that Formula One, and they're going through the streets. Well, you got to do a boat version of that, and you got a track right there in San Antonio. So, I don't understand why they haven't gotten onto this before. I mean, look, you can even get like smaller boats and put like, in there that famous squirrel that has the speedboat on YouTube, like where he's doing tricks. You can put animal like rodents or something in them.
Are you trying to have like That would be weird, Tommy. A little humans in a little bitty boat like that.
Not humans. I'm saying like rodents. If you put like a rodent, then you wouldn't be worried if they died, because rodents need to be exterminated. So like,
all rodents need to be exterminated, Tommy. We've already talked about this.
The capybaras.
If we had capybaras and boats, it'd be the best thing ever. You could have capybaras and boats for the kids too. You have the capybara boat parade.
Yeah,
and that could be a new
but
San Antonio Riverwalk tradition, the Capybara Boat Parade. I think it would sell tickets.
Yeah, but we need a man sport. I'm going to welcome somebody in here who we've been neglecting to introduce, who I'm sure has a take on this. And that is the Mr. Money Making and Money Throwing, and what they call Make It Rain, the Rainmaker, Mr. Anthony North.
Thanks for that introduction. I mean, making it rain is what I do. That's the life I live. Motorboats, that's small potatoes, really. I think most of us, we're looking at building, a kingdom. And so part of that is you gotta start looking at outer space. And that's where I'm going. Jeff Bezos, he thinks he might be the first one up there. But there's more to come after that.
Yeah, I'm sure. But what does that do for the San Antonio Riverwalk and the races that we're trying to plan right now? See, we're in the midst right now. I'm sorry, I don't mean to lampoon what you're doing. Space is important, but right now, river racing is what we got to focus on. So Ricardo and I have decided and declared on air that we're entering into a business venture where we're going to do speed racing on the Riverwalk in San Antonio. What river? I always forget the name of the river.
I don't know, Tommy. My geography when it comes to stuff like that is all twisted turned.
That's the Red Rocks River. And my apologies to the people of San Antonio. We're going to come down here with a business plan. We got to know the name of your river. But I've been there a bunch, and it's a great time. Always had a good time in San Antonio. So anyway, right now what we want to discuss is Russell Westbrook. This is monumental, and the NBA keeps getting more crazier and crazier. I mean, like 10 years ago, they thought, okay, well LeBron left Cleveland for the first time, burned his jerseys and stuff like that. Goes to Miami, and it's like, okay, super team. It was like the first true super team the NBA saw. Miami Heat. And then he eventually left, and he goes, back to Cleveland. And Cleveland's like, oh, yeah, no, everything's cool. And goes on a run in Cleveland. And then he goes to the Lakers. And now he's going to stay there. And he's trying to bring guys in and do super, but he's doing a different version of super team, right? He's trying to bring guys in that he thinks deserve the championships. Not guys he thinks are going to help him win. It's guys that he wants to get them a win. And so that's why I'm coming up with the nickname, the Sherpa. I think the LeBron is the Sherpa of the NBA. He's going to guide you up the mountain all the way to the top and bring in your Anthony Davises and obviously recently with Westbrook, bring him in. I'm going to give you a ring because you deserve it. You can't shoot the ball worth a lick, but you can pass it and you can run the game.
Hey, hold on, Tommy. You saying Russell Westbrook can't shoot the ball? The guy who has leads the NBA, lead all time in triple doubles, can't shoot the ball. He passes and he gets rebounds and stuff like that, but he gets the assist and whatnot. But he puts up points too. He won the MVP for nothing, a couple of years back. The man can shoot.
Listen, I take it back a little bit. I'm not calling him a scrub. I think the guy is a very talented player. I would like to have him on any team that I'm a fan of. But he hasn't gotten it done. The last time he almost got it done, he got booed out by LeBron when the Thunder. When you actually had talent, you still have had talent that's come to Oklahoma. I don't want to be insulting people here now, but they, So now he's got the guy that put him out to say, hey, my bad. Why don't you come and I'll help you win? Yeah. Then he brings on Ariza. He said 20 minutes. After Westbrook gets signed, he gives a call to Ariza and says, hey, you're a fellow Bruin. Let's go back home. Let's go play in Cali.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. But, Westbrook, he's a 32-year-old. He looks like he's about 37 in basketball years. I mean, he's pretty much given up attempting to be a shooter. I think last year, this guy was one of the all-time worst three-point shooters in the league. For a guy who, is supposed to be bringing a championship, and maybe LeBron feels bad for the guy. Maybe he's going to give him a few tutorials and so on. But I mean, Westbrook's role on the team, he's going to be a glorified cheerleader. I think the guy basically will just be there to celebrate what Anthony Davis does every night. I'm not sure Westbrook's actually, even going to see the floor.
I think y'all just dogging on Westbrook is what I think is going on. He had people around him. You can't do it all yourself. He did his best to do it himself. Look at old Jimmy Harden. He was trying to do it all himself. Shooting like 300 threes a night or whatnot. You can't get it done by yourself. And then he went to he tried to do the super team thing. He can't get it done. Because everybody get hurt, but I mean, it's the same difference, if you ask me, Russell was putting up the stuff. Russell was getting down. Russell he's a bad man. You know what I'm saying? He's a bad man. And now he's on basically a super team with LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Basically. That is a super team. Basically.
And the thing people aren't talking about is that they also have brought in Carmelo Anthony. That's one
that's
thing
right.
people aren't saying.
You're right.
So now you got LeBron, you got Carmelo, you got Anthony Davis, you got Russell Westbrook.
You got Ariza.
I mean, how many basketballs
Ariza.
how many basketballs are there in this game? I mean, who's
seriously.
going to be? Who's passing?
Yeah.
I mean, Westbrook's okay. I mean, he'll pass the ball, but you ever see Melo pass?
No,
never.
never.
These guys, I mean, this team's doomed. I'm not sure if these are just guys maybe LeBron wanted to hang out with more often. Bring him to Cali.
He's getting super championship hungry. That's what he's doing. He's not just playing the game to play the game and have fun. He's like, hey, I need another championship. This guy can give me a championship. Oh, give me that guy. I can get a championship from him. That's all he's doing right now. He's just championship hungry.
Yeah.
Save a championship for somebody else. Somebody else could like a championship. Hey, why don't you go over to the Wizards with Westbrook instead of the other way around, huh? How about them apples? How about you go there and you help him that way instead of bringing him over here?
But here's the thing though, they're playing all this stuff and everyone they got target on their backs, so the teams are gonna be looking at ways to take advantage. And we've talked about this before, but what if you start to see insects appear in Staples Center? What if there's a mantis on the floor, and I don't know if you've been around a mantis, but you step on a mantis, you slide. You just probably slide across. You get some traveling calls, stuff like that, and you don't even know. What happens? LeBron turns to the ref and says, "I wasn't traveling. There's something. I slid. It's slippery." And the ref is like, "What?" And he says, "It's a mantis." He says, "You're out of your mind. You're losing your marbles. We're going to put you in the psych ward for about, the psych tank or whatever they do on the side. They put them in the curtain. I don't know, because basketball players go crazy all the time. So, this is just going to increase the level that they're going to have to, stop them playing. You put some slippery insects. Maybe, I don't know, somebody was bringing up the slugs, slippery slug. I don't think they're not going to do banana peels. That's too obvious, especially with the whole, the Looney Tune tie-in. With they did the Looney Tune movie, and Anthony Davis was a robot with the unibrow, which is, come on, get out of here, that garbage. But that's just what I think is probably going to happen.
All I see is somebody just no matter what insect comes in there, I think LeBron probably hired them himself or something like that. They're not gonna mess with LeBron. They're gonna mess with the other teams. And you talk about the traveling, they got the Euro step now. You can take 5 steps when you pick up the ball. I mean, do they even call traveling anymore? I've watched 30 games. I haven't seen 30 games in a row. Somebody got called for traveling once. That's because he just walked down the court with the ball in his hand. That's the only time that I've seen anybody called traveling. We can make a whole episode about how I'm angry about the traveling thing. We will. But all I'm saying though is this is just a big scheme because LeBron wants to. I think LeBron is actually after Robert Horry. He wants to get 8 championships. He wants to beat Robert Horry. He wants to have
that's
more.
Good. Yeah,
that's all he's trying. He's gonna get 8, and then he's gonna retire.
Do you think that Robert Horry calls him up and leaves messages on his answering machine? So hey, just checking in. How are things going? You're doing well. I see that, but wishing you the best. Something simple like that. No threat involved. No,
because LeBron is because Horry won 3 with Los Angeles, so he's right. Probably I bet you I can get 3 with Los Angeles too.
Well, yeah, but then does Horry come out of retirement after that and do this stuff? I mean, I don't think that's possible. But he could. But what if LeBron brings Horry on and they agree to do that ridiculous high jump garbage that happened in the Olympics, and we're going to tie ourselves? We're going to have the most together, and we're going to join ourselves. He could do that because he's the Sherpa. So, and the Sherpa, you got to keep in mind what Sherpas do. They're fighting off like mountain lions and mountain lynxes and yetis and what? I'm sorry. What is a yeti? I know it's a snow animal.
It's a big snow ape, basically.
It's a snow ape.
Big snow ape.
I saw a movie about the yetis, but I thought it was like a carnivorous goat and that was mountain living. But I rented a movie from Blockbuster some years ago. I mean, God, we used to get bad movies. There was a Blockbuster in Scarsdale that was right next to this Jazzercise place, and you go there and you wait for the Jazzercise girls to come out there in the spandex and stuff like that when they were leaving their exercise routines. And but you in Blockbuster, and you would stroll around and slop in your shoes and wait for them to come out, and you run quickly. A bunch of guys will run to the desk, hoping the kid's going to check you out fast. You run outside and try to get some phone numbers and names and stuff. And sometimes you look down in your paw and you had some weird movie just because you just grabbed it off the shelf, not look like a creep, and you're driving back in your Continental, and maybe you didn't have a phone number, and you got to go watch this movie to shower off the guilt of your daily routine. But I think I saw the Yeti movie then, and it was an animal that was a very formidable animal. And if LeBron can fend off these animals, and we're talking metaphor here, people. I don't think LeBron James is climbing mountains.
The one thing about Sherpas is that, they get people to the top of the mountain, but they don't take everybody. People die on top of the mountains all the time. They die by the wayside. Even Sherpas die. And some people gonna die by the wayside. The guys that got traded, and some future draft picks, they're gonna die. The Wizards, they're definitely gonna die by the wayside.
Yeah. The one man band. So right, that's what the Wizards do. And me and Anthony were talking before the show about the fact that the Wizards always are a one man band. They get the guys. They invest so much. The owner, he owns the Ovechkin team, the hockey players. Not disrespecting the Capitals. I'm just saying. He's like, I didn't realize that my guys traded one of the best basketball players, right? But they always get the one guy. And so the one guy is Beverly now?
Yeah, I mean, the one guy now, it's all about Bradley Beal.
Beal,
That's the man. I mean, Patrick Beverley might own LA. I think LeBron versus Patrick Beverley is what everybody's waiting to see round two. I mean, LeBron last year had to sit out, take a year off. He looked around at the roster. Alex Caruso was the guy. LeBron wanted to keep Caruso. I think when he's in his next career as a Sherpa, Alex Caruso is the guy you sacrifice when you run out of food atop the mountain. But now we've got to look, and they got rid of Kendavius Caldwell Pope. That was another guy they could have sacrificed.
That's
LeBron's, he's looking at, all right, so who out of the NBA is over 35 years old, and that's what we're looking for now. And Bradley Beal, clearly, young player, cannot be a Laker, have to be 35 years old to join the Lakers.
You heard it here first, folks. The Lakers is the old folks' home where people go to look for a championship.
Yes, or then you go to the Clippers.
And that's the end of the game. I'm Ricardo Longus with Anthony North, Tommy Crenshaw, TTFN.